Back again. This time we are covering Ontario strawberries. So we are in the window where it is pick your own season and heavy harvest season on a variety of strawberries grown in Ontario called June bearing. So oftentimes they're called June berries, but June bearing is the variety. And what that means is this variety traditionally provides a giant crop once late spring, early summer. So one huge crop, and then that's it for the season. So typically, what happens in this type of strawberry is the plant grows a ton of strawberries on each plant, and they're smaller in size, higher in sugar content, higher in flavor. So a little different than your traditional strawberry that you get most of the year, which is called an ever-bearing. And an ever-bearing strawberry gets you about 3 crops a season. These are June-bearing. So again, you're only going to get one pick. So typically what happens in Ontario is, depending on where we are in Ontario, you get the different pick cycles based on the weather patterns. So a lot of the first strawberries that we get come out of areas close to Lake Erie. Same plant, grown all over Ontario, harvested at different times in June. So about 2 weeks ago, the first ones came out around Lake Erie, Niagara Peninsula. Now you'll start to get the crops that are coming in more into central Ontario, and then you'll go into northern Ontario in the coming week or two. These really will only be around for another week or so, and then those crops will end, and then you'll move into the ever-bearing variety in Ontario, which you'll get one crop of typically in July, and then sometimes they'll get a second crop in August. So really, this is the time of year to be buying strawberries for the purpose of making jam. If you make your own jam or compotes, right now you're in the window. Again, if you wait a little too long, the window's closed. Nice thing has been the last few weeks, we've had a lot of heat in Ontario, and heat's what drives sugar into strawberries. If we had gotten a lot of rain, these would be really, really wet. So if you take a look and really come on over, what you'll notice is, again, nice and clean, no moisture on the berry, no soft spots, really dry, which is what you want on your berries. Anytime you introduce water to strawberries, it starts the process of making them go bad faster. And one of the things you need to know about strawberries are they do not get riper, or more ripe, I should say, after they're picked. So you want them to be picked at their ripest stage. Once you pick them and they lose that lifeline to the plant, they actually start to degrade or go bad. Oh, come on through. Don't worry. Sorry. So the lesson on that is you want to keep them in the most dry state possible right until you're ready to work with them. Water makes them go bad quicker. So if you're bringing them home and you're not going to use them for a day or two, don't pre-rinse them and put them in a container. That'll actually start the process of having them kind of soften and go off. Leave them kind of in the container that they're in your vegetable or fruit crisper in your fridge, and they'll stay for a day or two. Because these are an Ontario variety, they're not made for big commercial growth. So what ends up happening is they don't have a long lifespan once they're picked, and they're also being picked at full ripeness. So what you want to make sure you do is buy them and use them. We're getting them in 5 days a week. There's no reason that you need to, right now in the next week or so, worry about availability. In 2 or 3 weeks, that will change, and the availability will run thin on Ontario berries. So again, now is the time. Again, they're beautiful. We have them on sale, $3.99 until July 4th. So again, it's a great time to come in. If you're looking for full flats to do jam, just come on in and ask one of the produce departments. There'll be a few flats out, but if you need more or you want to pick through and take a look at them, we can totally do that, no problem. And that's it. So that's Ontario June bearing strawberries, available now for a limited time, and once they're gone, they are gone.